OGC Nice are one of the most popular clubs in French football. They have been really successful in recent years, fighting for European competition spots since 2016-17. Nice began its journey in 1904. Shortly after its establishment, this club turned professional in 1908. The by-name OGC stands for Olympic Gymnastic Club. Did you know that? After going professional, Nice's path towards success wasn't easy. Until the 1950s, they didn't win any trophies, but this was about to change because in the 50s, they won the French Ligue 4 times and the French Cup twice. At this time, Nice was the most successful club in French football, while having players like Pancho Gonzalez, Victor Nuremberg, Antoine Boniface, and Luis Carniglia, who was the coach for the team soon after he retired as a player. In the 60s, they fell far behind the other top clubs and got relegated in 1964 and in 1969. Until the 2000s, it was a roller coaster ride for NIS, always tumbling between the first and second division. In 1997, they did the unthinkable. Even though they finished last in the league, they won their first trophy since 1959, the French Cup. In the last decade, however, Nice has consistently been part of the first division since 2002 and even fought for European competition spots in the last 9 years. They also got third place with Lucien Favre in the 2017-18 season. Fast forward to 2023-2024 season, Nice makes a comeback, and what's more, it is on fire. I am saying this because they show a spark that had been missing in them for a long. Farioli is still unbeaten in Ligue and has a really special tactic which is outstanding compared to other teams in the league. But before we get into Nice's current season, let's have a look at Farioli and how he got the job at NES in the first place. Francesco Farioli is just 34 years old and hasn't got much experience as a coach. He started as goalkeeper coach and soon got promoted to the assistant coach of Roberto De Zerbi. He started his own coaching career in early 2021 at Karagümrük in Turkey and soon moved to Alanyaspor at the end of 2021. He finished 5th in the 2021-22 season, which is their best league position ever. After he had a rough start to the 2022-23 season, he soon departed from Alanyaspor in February 2023. While Farioli made his first steps into the coaching business, Nice finished 9th, their worst position in recent years under the guidance of Lucien Favre and Didier Degarde. The bosses of Nice taught they conceded to many goals, and for the 2023-24 season, they brought in coach Francesco Farioli, who is known for his defensive play style. So, what makes Farioli's side in this season so good? Well, to begin with, the core of the team is consisting of young players. This brings with it an epic energy that stuns everyone. If we are talking about young players, we cannot forget Terem Moffi. Moffi has 4 goals and 2 assists, and he is directly involved in 40% of the goals Nice scored this season. You might think 40% seems really high for just 6 goal contributions, but there comes Nice's special tactic into play. They only scored 14 times in 13 games, but what's outstanding is they only conceded 4 times and kept a clean sheet in the last 8 games. The reason behind this exceptional performance is their goalkeeper Marcin Budka. He kept 10 clean sheets all season and has a shoot-save percentage of 86%, which is one of the highest from any goalkeeper in the top 5 leagues. Also, their defense is doing a good job. Jean-Claire Todibo tackles 2.06 players per game and wins half of them on average. Also, former Bayern Munich player Dante is doing an excellent job at Nice. He is the only player who played every single minute this season at 40 years old. He tackles 1.69 players per game on average and wins half of his duels. But their most superb defender by far is Melvin Bard. He tackles 2.69 players per game, which is comparable to Trent Alexander-Arnold and Virgil van Dijk from Liverpool. In general, all of their squad players have high defensive stats, which mirrors their play style. They only shoot 13 times on average, but only concede 9 shots per game, and most of them from outside the penalty box. They normally play a 4-3-3 formation, which forms into a 5-3-2. The holding six, Yusuf Ndayishimiye, usually falls back to create a numerical advantage in the defensive line. Will Farioli's men be able to sustain their forms and help bring the Ligue trophy home? Well, the chances of Nice winning trophies in the upcoming seasons look bright. Let me remind you, Nice is on a meteoric rise since the 2016-17 season. In this season, Farioli made some wise choices when it comes to signing players. He brought to the Côte d'Azur players like Terem Moffi, Jeremy Boga, Romain Perrault, and Morgan Sanson on loan. All have the potential to make a solid impact on the team. With Farioli at the helm, Nice is expected to play solid defensive football. And as we know from football, attack wins games and defense wins titles. Overall, Nice's future prospects are looking quite good. The talented squad with Farioli at the helm can do wonders if they get a little bit of luck, and we all know that what they are capable of. If OGC Nice continue to improve, they will be a serious force in French football for many years to come. This was the video, guys. Comment down below if you think Nice can win some silverware in the upcoming seasons or even this season. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.